All right, folks, I'll save the best for last. We got distance. All right, the distance formula is kind of tricky. There's a couple ways to look at it. There's the long, complicated way, and then there's the simplified version. I'm going to write the long, complicated way, but I'm going to talk you through the simplified version. Okay, so the distance of, or the distance between, I guess I should say, from -5, 6 to 10, -2. Okay, so our formula is you take the two x's and you subtract them, and then you square it. Then you take your two y values, you subtract them, and then you square it. Well, here's the thing. It doesn't matter which one you make y1 and y2. You can just subtract them. You can just find the difference between them, because negatives don't matter in this case. If you end up getting -5 and your friend gets 5, you're both right, because once you square them, they're both going to be 25, because 5 squared is 25 and -5 squared is 25. So what I tell my students to do is to look for the change. How much did the value change? From -5 to 10, if you think of a number line, that value changed 15. It went from -5 all the way to 0, so that's 5 steps, and then 10 more steps to get to +10. So it changed 15. So we put a 15 in there for the x value. That's the change in x. The change in y from, 6 to -2? Well, from 6, I'd walk 6 spaces down to 0, and I'd walk 2 more spaces to -2, so that would be a value of 8. So we have, that is 15 squared and 8 squared. So 15 squared is 225, 8 squared is 64. 225 plus 64 is 289. And if you type the square root of 289 in a calculator, you actually find it is an exact answer of 17. Okay, so the distance between this spot and this spot, these 2 points, is exactly 17. All right, here's another one that will not be exact, and when they're not exact, we round them to 2 decimal places. So the distance from 2, 4 and -3, 6. So again, it's y2, x2 minus x1. The difference in the x is squared and the difference in the y is squared. So if you just look about how x changes from 2 to 6, that's a 6. It's backwards on my screen. From 6 to -3. No, that is a 2. I'm not crazy, am I? Nah, it's a 2. Sorry. That is a 2 and a -3. The distance, or the change from 2 to -3 would be 5 places. And the change from 4 to 2, that's a 2. From 4, no, it's not, that's a 6. From 4 to 6 would be 2. That's where I'm seeing a 2. I knew there was another 2 in there. 5 squared is 25, and 2 squared is 4. 25 plus 4 is 29. 29 is not a perfect square. So we put these 2 little squigglies there because that means about. And so 29 is about 5.39. That's about what it is. Remember, everything will be 2 decimal places if it's not an exact answer like that. Good luck on your test tomorrow, folks. Redo that pretest. Make sure you make 100 on it.